A big part of model railroading, of course, is running our trains. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about our motorized mechanisms that you can install into your locomotives. Welcome again to another All Nation Line video. Please share this and hype it up for us. We think you'll find this interesting as well as your other model railroad friends. We again support 2-rail O-scale, and we recently released a compact mechanism for switchers, and we're going to show that to you right now. And we release this as a kit, and it is challenging to put together. There's a lot of parts, but it's very compact and can be installed in a switcher provided you have enough room for a 30 millimeter in diameter size motor. It will fit inside the body. Usually this can be installed to direct drive to your trucks, and we illustrated in a video the installation of this in an Atlas switcher. Well, today we're going to talk about our next release, which is a mechanism designed for your road engines. It's much easier to assemble. There's less parts, and the motor is larger. It is approximately 40 millimeters in diameter, so it usually will fit fine in most of your road engines, F units, things like that. But even in some switchers, if you have the room, you can stuff it in there if you want a little bit more powerful motor. But that's up to the model railroader as to what they want to configure. So you can see the difference in the size of the motors. They're both, this one's 24 volt, but this bigger one is 30.3 volts DC and gives you a little bit bigger range in terms of control. And today what we want to do is just talk about the basic kit parts. And you'll be able to go on our website, get a parts list for this kit. We may put some out there that are pre-assembled. But this photograph here, or printout, is the basic 3D printed parts that come with this kit. And we'll dump these out of the bag here and give you a rough idea of what you'd be getting and what you need to do to initially start building these. Now, when you get these printed parts, you may need to have a light file and clean up some of the threads. The base is basically to be able to mount your plate that holds the motor, an end plate and a front plate. They hold your main bearings, and there's bearing cap covers. And for the upper sprocket on the shaft, motor shaft, we have a sprocket housing. It comes in two pieces, and those will have bearings as well. So we think that all you'll really need to do on this is to make sure, like in the base, that you have your 256 clearance holes, and then drill and tap on the bottom of these where your 256 screws to mount this. You want to use the screws and not glue, because if you want to service this in the future, you want to be able to take it apart and put it back together easily. And so when you're all said and done, you'll have your sidebar pieces here. You'll have 256 screws that give the stability of your sprocket housing, which mounts into the face of your motor. The only other screws you have are the 632 screws to mount the motor, a couple of 072 screws for the face plates, and it's a very straightforward installation, or assembly process, I should say. So we'll have a short PDF on the website with CAD photos and some further instructions on the procedure to assemble this particular motor. And I think you'll find it an enjoyable kit and a little bit less challenging than the smaller compact one that we have for the switchers. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and we'll try to answer them as quickly as we can.